What's going on, people? Ronnie Speed coming back. Sunday morning, November 19th. Current time is 8:52 a.m. I'm en route to meet a 2 racks a week winner, man. Out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. His name is Ian. So I'm going to personally gift him his 2 racks a week shirt. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to meeting him. And it should be a cool experience. And I'm going to record it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this interview. Not too shabby. Peace.
My name is Ian. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I am a 2 racks a week winner.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Video and then where you were just showing all your 2500. I said, okay, all right, I said I can get with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge. Alrighty, Ronnie Speed coming back. Man, you know what time it is, man. Here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. You see him right here, man. Here we have Ian. And met him in person, man. Cool guy, down to earth. He gifted me with breakfast, so very much appreciate it. But enough talking, man. I'm about to give him his 2 racks a week shirt. Celebrate him. And yeah, man. So hold up, I have to take the backpack off and everything. All right, here you go. Open it up for him. There's 3 shirts.
3 shirts.
Yep. Oh, there you go. That's there you go. Hold it up. Let's get it two
racks a week.
There we go. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. Here we have my boy Ian. Ian, give him a quick introduction. Let him know what market you're driving in and which platform you mainly drive on.
Yeah, hey guys. Yeah. So I drive in San Francisco Bay Area, and I drive Uber exclusively at the moment.
Okay, nice. And how long have you been driving Uber?
About 3 weeks.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Fairly
really
new. All right, damn. So, what got you into, driving Uber, and what were you doing before?
So before, I was in sales, in direct sales. I was doing that full time for the last like 6 years, and on and off for about 17 years. And honestly, it was great, and I love a lot of things about it. But this last year was just really stressful for me. I wanted something more, just want to take some time off from that and want something more like simpler.
Yeah.
I'm used to kind of doing my own hours and whatnot, so just seemed like a really good fit, and so I decided to give this a go. And I'm loving it so far.
All right, nice. Yeah, sometimes a good transition, something different could be pretty good or pretty beneficial. Excuse me. So let me ask you this: why Uber? Because a lot of people, looking to switch careers or switch jobs, they will probably look for another job. What was, attractive to driving Uber for you?
So the flexibility, like I'm used to making my own schedule, and so like I just didn't. It seemed really hard to go to being an employee as opposed to an independent contractor,
Yeah.
and so that's the biggest thing for sure is the flexibility, and honestly, like I consider myself more of an introvert, and so I wasn't sure I'd like enjoy like talking with people and having people in the car and whatnot. But honestly, I really love it, and it's really great to meet new people and stuff too.
Okay, great, man. Yeah, I like to hear that, man. Especially I think this job is, pretty good for like introverts. Cause believe it or not, I think I'm more of an introvert. I mean, I know a lot of people may seem like, oh, he's very outgoing, which I am, but sometimes I just like to just relax and just stay in my own headspace and, not talk too much, especially because so big on mindset, and a lot of people don't have the mindset that I look for to network with or build a relationship with. So that's pretty good, man. And as far as getting into Uber, did you have like any friends or family members that was driving that kind of like, hey, you could do this and you could make around this much and get your flexibility or?
So one of my buddies, he had done DoorDash for a little
Mhm.
bit, and so that was actually, yeah, I didn't have anyone who was actually doing straight up Uber. So I actually started with Uber Eats, and I did
Okay.
Uber Eats for a little bit for like a week, and then I decided to go to Uber. And funny story, actually, my first day, so I drove Uber for like 4 hours on October 28th, and on my way home, I was like 2 blocks from my house, and in my Prius, and my car got hit. Someone went through a red light
Oh,
and totaled my Prius.
yeah.
So right now I'm renting a Tesla through the
Mhm.
program. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that was my first experience from Uber. Like, but I was like, it's a challenge. I'm trying something new. Like, does the universe telling me okay, it's testing my resolve. I gotta keep going, and I decided to just give it a go.
Yeah, man, that's interesting point. I like the fact that you brought that up and shared that with the audience because stuff like that could what hinder somebody from doing this. The average person probably, oh man, nope, got into an accident, totaled my car, I'm done. I'm not. I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna definitely find something else, or even family or friends may discourage them after something significant like that happened. Like, see, I told you, don't do this. It's dangerous. It's risky. What about all these, other factors? So, good for you for for sticking out, with it. So,
Thanks.
you've been out here for after the accident. You out here for 3 weeks and then you finally made 2,000. Before we get to the results, how did you even find out about the 2 racks a week challenge?
Yeah, so I was just looking for different resources on YouTube, and I found your channel, and it's the only real positive channel that I found.
Yeah.
Like, it's which is kind of sad, honestly, but I love your channel, and I love how positive just everything is about it, because this is a great opportunity, and it's sad that a lot of people see it in such a negative light
Oh
because it's
man.
such a great opportunity. But yeah.
Yeah, man, it is interesting. Like, man, I get so much, hate and pushback, but it is what it is. That's what happens. And before,
Before,
once you've
like once,
seen,
like once you,
oh, that's echoing. Yeah, once you've seen the results, um, did you even know making $2,000 or more was possible out here?
I didn't until I saw your channel, found your
Okay.
channel, and saw you doing different interviews with people. Like, yeah, I didn't, and honestly, Rana, that was one thing that really motivated me to actually like try and just and give it a go. I was like, oh wow, okay, like
Okay.
actual money can be made. Like, let
Yeah.
me actually work hard at this, and yeah, I mean, like I said, the first day, get, like with when I had my car, I only drove 4 hours just because like I was just testing the waters, and then after I found your channel, I was like, oh, okay, sweet, like I can actually make more money by just working more hours, and then I had that goal, and it was kind of relatively easy from there.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. So prior to, finding the channel, like how many hours did you assume or think that you were going to work? Like, all right, now I'm about to drive. I'll probably work like 40 hours. Then you see my channel, and it's like, oh shit, let me switch things up.
Honestly, like I hadn't really given it any thought as far as how many hours. It was
Okay,
more just like I drove like the 4 hours on the first night, and I think I made like 100 bucks or 150 bucks or something,
okay,
and I was like, oh, this is sweet,
yeah,
and then I'm like, "Okay, let me go. Well, like that was, I didn't really have a goal,
okay.
so it definitely helped once I had a goal, and I was like, okay, I can carve out the time. Let me do this. So
Okay, good, good. Yeah, I was just trying to get an understanding because I think a lot of people that transition to this, it's like they want to, pretty much take like the 9 to 5, like 40 hours a week, and that's all I'm willing to do. Maybe I'll do a little bit more, but then they'll see my channel and they'll be like, oh man, I don't want to work 60 hours. I don't work 70, 80 hours. That's too much. I want to have a life. So I was just trying to get a feel for that. But you signed up the first day, 4 hours, like around $150. Found out about the 2 racks a week challenge. 3 weeks later, you finally hit $2,000. So let the audience know exactly how many hours and how much money did you make. Do you remember?
uh, it was 60 hours, 'cause, and it was I think like 2000. Oh yeah,
Yep.
2083. Yeah.
60 hours, $2,083. Not too shabby. And that's with the day off. So he got it done, within 3 weeks. So congratulations. And how did you do it?
Um, I so I the week prior was my first like full week. Well, my first like time trying with the rental car and everything.
Hmm.
I the week prior I worked. I actually made 1,600 bucks and
Mm,
working 4 days, Thursday through Sunday.
okay.
So I was like, okay, I averaged out to like 400 bucks a day. Let me just add a day,
See.
and so I did 5 days, Wednesday through Sunday. I worked a few hours on Monday, but it was mainly Wednesday through Sunday, and um, yeah, just working until I made about 400 bucks a day. So
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, once you made that $1,600, you was like, oh, I know I can make 2 racks now.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like a lot more achievable. Like, yeah, did you expected it to be this easy? Like, yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Because some people are like, oh, like 60 hours for most people, like, man, this is the most hours I ever worked. Like, was it challenging for you? Or was it easy? Like, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, it was a lot easier than I expected it
See?
to be. Like it really was. I've worked long hours before, and I love driving, so that helps, But yeah, it was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking I'd have to work like 84 hours or close to 84 hours, and it was, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why I tell people, man, just try it out, and just push yourself. Because even in the 2 racks a week, so I'm not sure if you heard it, 60 hours, 2 racks a week, and that seems like it's the formula for a lot of people in different markets. You drove 60 hours and $2,000. So what's next? You gonna try to hit 3,000 or?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
yeah.
Not this week, but
Okay.
probably within the next few weeks, I will. Yeah,
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 I definitely think you could do it, and especially like you said, the $1,600 week when you average, 400 a day. It's like we out here in the same market, so you could really average like $400 a day. And I don't think I know you could hit 3,000. I know you could hit that, and that's gonna be awesome. So yeah, was making $2,000 in that particular week, was that the most money that you ever made in 7 days?
no.
No.
I wish I could say it was, but no. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, in direct sales, like in my previous job, like there were definitely weeks where I made a lot more, but it averages out, right? There are some weeks that you make less and whatnot. So
Mm.
one of the things I really like about Uber too is just like there's not that stress of wondering how much I'm gonna make in a particular week. It's like I know, like I know roughly how much I make if I put in the hours. Like that's one thing I really like. So it's not, I don't have to worry about working 60 hours and making only $1,000, right? Like, or like,
Mm.
$800, like, so it's more or less consistent. Like that's one thing. At least that's what I've seen so far, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I like about it.
Yeah, that's a good point you just made, because a lot of people, like on Reddit and also other channels, they feel as though there's no transparency or lack of consistency with earnings. But no, you coming from a sales background, and you say it's weeks where you could work 60 hours and only make 1,000. But I tell people, man, this is more consistent than what you think. In my opinion, I think the weekly earnings is just like a representation of who you are and then what your standards are for that particular week. So if you drove like 60 hours, like yourself, and you made $2,000, I mean the numbers will even out. But if you only drove 17 hours in a week, of course, like that's not Uber or Lyft fault. It's your fault, because you're not consistent and you driving or working less than a 16-year-old at Taco Bell. So so who fault is it really, man?
Yeah, the law of averages, like it's gonna work out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. So now since you been driving, talk a little bit, more about like the lifestyle, because a lot of people say 60 hours, that's a lot. So you working like a full time plus, another 20 hours than what most people's working. And for a lot of times, people, they'll get discouraged if they see that or hear that, and they will feel though as if they don't have a life. So talk about your work life balance, or your new lifestyle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So honestly, my lifestyle hasn't really changed much from my previous job. Like, in the sense that, like, I typically, because I've been making my own schedule for years, and
Mm.
I typically like try and take a day or two off anyway. Like that's just how I make my schedule.
Mhm.
So that's what I tried to do this week. Is like I took Monday and Tuesday off. Although when my wife was at work on Monday, I was like, all right, let me do a few hours. So like, anyway, just but Tuesday she had the day off, so I wanted to spend the day with her.
Mhm.
And I did that, and then I just worked, like I said, Wednesday through Sunday. Yeah, so it was, I mean, it, yeah, 12 hours. Like, yeah, it can be a lot for sure, but like I said, I love driving, and one thing I've also done, which I really like. I thank you for this, Ronnie, for sure. Like your advice for, I forget which video, whatever. But your advice of just like taking every trip, like that's literally what I do. I just take every trip. I just don't decline any trips, and I love it. First off, because then I don't really have to think about like, okay, like trying to do the math, and like
Exactly.
it's just okay. Let
It's
me
too
just let
much.
me just let me just work exactly, and also like it's just I find it fun to just like see where the day takes me, and like there
Yeah.
I've had to like go all over the bay, and like
Hmm.
it's just it's really cool. So yeah, so yeah, so it's been fun, and I think when you're having fun, it makes the 12 hours or however many hours you're working, it makes it go by so much quicker, and it
Absolutely,
makes
man.
it makes your customers feel at ease too. Like it's just like you got to have fun while you're doing it, and yeah.
Yeah, man. And I always say that. I want to touch on a few points that you made. The first point is like your background doing sales. Like once you were saying that you pretty much work for yourself, so you pretty much implemented those disciplines that you learned over the years from working for yourself, being structured, being consistent, being disciplined, and that's what I always say and preach on my channel. Man, it's just it's that's what it's really about. Because once you learn how to do this, I think you could do pretty much anything that you want to do. Because it's really about showing up and being consistent at it. And you transition from your sales background into driving. 3 weeks later, you made 2 racks a week. It's not really, well, in your situation, not too much of a, you know, learning curve from like a discipline perspective. You just get out there and you work at it, and you keep going. And that's what I always say, man, because it's really that simple. Because another point that you made was when you were saying how you just accept every trip. And I always say that if you knew, man, you don't have no experience, just accept everything. Get the flow of things. see what the day is going to take you, have fun with it. Then you can worry about cherry picking later, because I think a lot of people, they focus too much. They want to do what everybody else out here does. Oh, cherry pick, decline, 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 or whatever. But if you don't have no experience, it's too much to worry about. Oh, well, I watched this video. They don't do $4 or $5 rides, so I'm gonna decline it. Then it's like you in a negative headspace, and you worried about too much. Just have fun with it, man. Like, the money gonna be there. You know, you gotta learn. You gotta learn a little bit. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So excuse me. So why do you think this challenge is so important?
Um, I think that I think first off, like if you can set a goal and actually go and do the same thing again, and you can do it with something different, like just the
Hold on,
ability
hold
to
on.
set.
Can you repeat that, because you got cut out a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Um, yeah, like when you set a goal and actually go and actually just work towards that goal and accomplish it, you
Mm-hmm.
get so much more confidence to do that again with anything. And that's like goal setting, I think is it's a really it's a skill that is really important, and it's something that you got to learn in anything that you do, if you want to be successful at it. And so, like, just honestly, like your channel, like just and the idea of the challenge of having like two racks a week, like making 2 racks a week, like that like that was really motivating for me, because it gave me a goal. And like it's, I mean, honestly, it can kind of be any number, like in a
Yeah.
sense, like, you can, but still, but I think it's important for people to have some number and just go for it. And I think, and 2 racks is like, it's like the perfect number, like, for Uber, in the sense, like it's just, it's, and yeah, so I think more than anything, it's just having a goal and like doing it. It's just, it's a cycle. It's a positive cycle. Like, it allows you to continue and set more goals and push yourself even further.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you're right. Goal setting is definitely important, and I think that's one of, like, the biggest, life lessons I learned from, me being a driver and talking, to passengers. You hear, of course, you hear, drivers' gripes, and they dissatisfaction with the company and earnings and blah blah blah. But in reality, that's how most people view their life. They're dissatisfied with their current situation. They think they're not making enough. They don't have enough time to do the things that they truly care about. And I come to realize a lot of people don't really have any goals. So they just pretty much accept whatever comes to them, you know. So goal setting is definitely important, because you got to have some type of roadmap or vision for yourself, so you know where you could potentially end in the future. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect and crystal clear, but you have to have something, some type of some type of plan. And that's why this challenge is very important. I just got a couple more questions. Since you only been doing this 3 weeks, how many total trips you think you have?
So I think like probably like 300 or so at this point, or maybe a little more. Maybe, yeah, like 350,
All
somewhere in that
right,
range.
so all right, ladies and gentlemen. So he has 300 trips. So he's new to this. It's people out here. Y'all have thousands and thousands of trips and have never made 2 racks a week. So I want you to, in your opinion, why do you think people haven't made 2 racks a week if you are able to sign on and make it within 3 weeks?
I think I think mindset is huge. Like, just having the discipline to actually work the hours and do what you say you're gonna do, right? Like, it's like that's something that just the integrity of like doing it the way you say you're gonna do, not just for other people but for yourself as well, is so important. And like, and yeah, just like when you actually set, okay, I'm going to work this many hours this week or this day, like, you don't get distracted. And and it's easy, we all get distracted, but
Right.
it comes back to actually just like, just following through with what you say you're gonna do. I think that's one thing, and then also like there's, like I said, there's just so much negative stuff out there, and I found myself one day like reading through some of the negative, like I watched some video, and then I was reading through the comments, and I just got like so like just in a bad mindset. It felt horrible, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I gotta no more of
yeah.
that. Like, and just it just like what you pay attention to, like that's what actually,
Hmm.
like that's how your mindset is,
Yep.
and it's, you can't feed it with, you can't feed your mind with crap, right? Like,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
so like just, like being surrounding yourself with positive people, paying attention to positive things, I think really helps, and it makes your mood better, which makes your customers' moods better, which gets you more tips, and like it's all great,
Yeah,
so
it's better for everybody,
yeah.
and most important, it's best for yourself, man, because you're gonna be doing like I don't understand why people make a decision to do this, but don't want to maximize it and don't want to have fun or be happy while they're doing it. You're right, man. Mindset is everything. And too many people, I think when people look for content on, YouTube or whatever social media platform that they decide to go with, I think they kind of look for content that correlates with their mindset at the time. If they're having a bad experience, they looking
Yeah,
for that, so it's like confirmation bias. Like, oh
yeah,
well, I'm having bad experience, so I'm gonna look see what else. Oh look, see they having a bad experience too. So it's the company, it's not me. But it's people out here getting the results that you're looking for, and it's all mindset, man. Because from at the end of the day, like I always say, you got 84 hours. So I don't know how you cannot make 84 hour. I mean, make money and at least $2,000 or more within 84 hours. And if you have an opinion, I want to at least be able to see that okay, that you put the work in, that you drove 80 hours or something. Like, okay, you only made like 1,300. Okay, maybe you have a point. But most people they just talking shit. Like they don't really care. They just talking shit. And the last good point that you made is pretty much be what you say that you was gonna be. Like if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, do it. Like stop just talking shit. And that's why a lot of people are in a situation that they're in their current life right now. But I'm gonna do this, don't follow through. Oh, I'm gonna do this. And it's like, man, your word is nothing at that point, man. So, follow through and execute, man. That's pretty much half the battle because driving is from a objective standpoint, it's simple. The more hours you put on, the more hours you put in, the more money you make. But the emotions is what and mindset is what gets in people's way. Oh, I don't feel like doing it, or look, a $5 trip, or they only gonna pay me $20 to go here. It's like, man, you already having a negative experience, so but I know he's out there. You see him in the car. He already online. He about to get back to it. Any last words, to close out, this 2 racks a week challenge interview.
I think I encourage everyone to take advantage of the opportunity, like, and just like, it's, we're not entitled to anything, and I think that's where a lot of like the negative stuff comes from, is people feel like they're entitled for some reason, and just like, uh, if you just like flip the switch and just look at it from the other perspective, just it's a great opportunity. Just like take advantage of it, and if you don't want to take advantage of it, that's cool, do something else. But if you're doing it, just make the most of it, and just and give it your best. And yeah,
Yeah, man, you're 100% right, man. It's perspective. Like, man, you have the opportunity to make $2,000, and he did it within 3 weeks. Like he switched over, got approved 3 weeks later, $2,000. How many jobs can you really do that? Not many. If you can do it, you got to have a certain skill set. You got to go on the interview. Hopefully that they call you back. Hopefully you can even get a damn interview. So, man, just show gratitude for this. Stop focusing on, the things and results that you're not getting and start to focus on the results that you want in life. You know, because a lot of y'all blocking y'all blessings with your own negative thoughts, your own bad attitude, and you won't make money. So we gonna continue to win over here. That's all I gotta say. But I want to thank Ian for coming on. Another winner of the 2 racks. Hold on, move this. The 2 racks a week challenge, and another winner in San Francisco. I think San Francisco at this point is pretty close to the LA winners. Sometime I got to go through it. I always say that, but I have to take the time to really go through the leaderboards. Maybe I'll post on the community tab and see which market is in the league right now. But I think San Francisco definitely has caught up. And that's all I really have to say, man. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, get out there, execute, get the job done. By the time I post this video this upcoming week, it would be Thanksgiving. So, make sure y'all be safe, have a good time, spend time with y'all family, because we know y'all like to take time off, from working. So, enjoy yourself, man. Once that following Monday come, get back out there, get on the grind. But you know how I'm about to end it? Drum roll. Guitar. Piano. Violin. Ronnie Speed, over and out. Mr. 2 racks a week. Holla back. Peace. 2 racks a week. 2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.